Hey guys, Risen here. I'm profiling my Felgrand deck profile for you guys for the what is this month? October 2019. Hope you guys enjoy. I know it's been a while since I've uploaded. It's just been really busy with the baby on the way and everything else. So I finally finished some decks for you guys. A couple of these don't have extra decks, which make them a little bit easier. Like this deck doesn't use an extra deck because of some of the cards I'm playing. But anyways, hope you guys enjoy. Start out, the main card of the deck, I play 2 Divine Dragon Lord Felgrand. I bought the original structure deck when it first came out with just Divine Dragon Felgrand in it, and I loved it. So when this first came out years ago, I told my wife that I really wanted to go get it as soon as it came out, and now I have the deck. So when you special summon, you can banish a monster on your opponent's side of the field or in their graveyard. He'll gain 100 attack times their level or rank. Then if he destroys an opponent's monster by battle, you can special summon a level 7 or 8 dragon from your grave, which is all you play in the deck, so it's really good with recursion and spot removal. I only play the 2 because even though he's like the main card, a 3 gets really cloggy because you're just trying to send him to grave to bring him back. So you run a second one in case they call by the grave the first. So fine, because you want to make sure you have a copy. Next, I run 2 Dragon Spirit of White. This card's only relevant because it's a level 8 dragon, and it can banish your opponent's spell or trap, so it just gets rid of, it's just spot removal for all their face downs, in case you play a deck with a lot of back row, or any floodgates. That's really good. I play 1 Darkest Diablos, Lord of the Lair. What's really cool about him is he can't be targeted or tributed, so it's kind of like a boss monster against some decks that really need to be able to target things. And on top of it, he can tribute himself because it just says tribute to dark. And then I believe it puts 1 card randomly from your opponent's hand on top of their deck. It's been a little bit. Yeah. So you can also start like looping them. So like if you have a lot of your cards that can reborn them from the grave and they're like top decking, they got like 1 card in hand, you can just shuffle that back on top and then they'll draw the same card that's not helping them, and then you can special summon them again on your turn, tribute it on their turn, so it's kind of like a pseudo Yatagarasu, which is really cool. My last level 8, I play 1 Amorphage Goliath. As long as it's on the field, it locks both players out of the extra deck, which is fine because we don't play one. The only sucky part is when he dies, being a pendulum, it goes to your extra deck, so you can't really bring him back with any of the cards you're playing, so it's just good to play like first turn and sit on, or like when you're winning to end on him. It's really cool. That's it for all the level 8s. And the last monster around, which is one of the most important, is Archetype Dragon. He's really cool. When he's sent to graveyard during the standby phase the next turn, you can special summon a level 7 or 8 dragon monster from your grave. So he's kind of one of the ways you bring back all your monsters. And then if he does get special summoned, you can banish as many face-up spell or trap cards your opponent controls as possible. And he'll gain 200 attack for each, which is really cool. It's really good against pendulums to banish their scales and banish floodgates if you're playing against anti-meta. Super good, but really what you'll do is you'll send him off of like Ravine while you have 1 of these guys in your grave. And then during the next turn, your opponents, you'll special summon him, so like Felgrand will get to banish something, or Dragon Spirit of White, or anything that you choose. It's really cool. That's it for all the monsters. On to the spells. One of the Heart and Souls of the deck, 3 Dragon, Ravine. You can discard 1 card and then it's a Foolish Burial for dragons. So just discard anything you don't need in your hand. Even like what's cool is you can discard Arc Brave and then send 1 of your level 8s to grave, and then you'll have both in there. So next standby phase you can just bring back the one that you sent from your deck, which is super cool. That's how you really get him in grave. Play the 1 Terraforming to search it because it's at 1 sadly, so I want to max out on that. Next, play 3 Call by the Grave. You hate hand traps. You don't want your Ravine to get ogred, and you don't want your Ravine's effect to get Ash Blossomed, so play 3 of those for protection. Then I play 3 Magic Planner for consistency, because you do play a lot of continuous traps in this deck. 3 Demise, which is also we don't play an extra deck, and you really don't special summon on your turn either, so this card doesn't hurt you. You special summon on your opponent's turn. But what's really cool is this lets you draw until you have 3 cards in your hand, and at the end of the turn you discard what's left. So if you end up with any dragons in your hand, that's fine, because at the end phase when you discard them, you want them in grave anyway. So you'll discard your Arc Braves to grave or your level 8s, and then you can just bring them back, which is really cool. Only 2 duality. I was struggling for space for a third. You can run a third for consistency. Sometimes, like, I hate playing duality, and then duality being one of the options I get off of it. So I feel like 2, you'll see it more often than not, but 3, you won't clog it. Won't be cloggy. The only reason why you run like 3 demise is because it's better than this. Then play 2 Cyclone just for spell and trap removal. It can target a set card and pop it. And then what's really cool is it has a grave effect. You can banish it and destroy a face-up spell or trap. So even if you discard this off Ravine, it's still alive, which is why I opted it over other cards. You can play Twin Twisters in the deck too. I do own those. I just kind of like that this had the graveyard effect. But Twin Twister can just destroy the 2, and then with its discard effect, you can discard a Dragon or Arc Brave. Just sometimes with Demise, it kind of conflicts. So with this, I felt this is better, because even if Demise discards this, you can still use it. And then my last 2 spells, 1 card Destruction, because again, discarding the dragons from your hand doesn't hurt, you want them in grave. So this deck kind of thrives off using it. And then 1 Field Barrier. I know this is weird when this is one of my really techie cards I'm playing, but Ravine is how the deck works. So this card says that face-up field spell cards cannot be destroyed. New field spell cards can't be activated either, but you're going to play it once you have your Ravine up. So then they have to get rid of this before they get rid of your Ravine. I thought about running 2, just so you draw into it more. But you have so much draw power on the deck, and on top of it, like, this card is slower. It's just, I'm just testing as a tech, so I feel like the 1's fine. Onto your traps. That's how you bring back the dragons. 3 Call of the Haunted. Just to special summon them from the grave. 3 Oasis of Dragon Souls. It's fine that it brings them back and they're not dragons, because they only matter. Them being dragons only matters in the deck and in the grave. Other than that, when they're on the field, if it makes them a worm, it honestly helps you get around, like, Rivalry. So, because you only play dragons, it'll make them a worm, so then you have a dragon and a worm on the field. And I wanted it being affected by that. I was thinking about playing Back to the Front too, to play 9, but I was starting to think that 9 almost Monster Reborns would be a lot in the deck, because even though that's how you bring them back, you still have your Arc Brave, so you really don't need 9 of them. You're going to draw them when you don't need them. And plus, Back to the Front wasn't a continuous trap to go with Magic Planner. All 3 of these are. And then I play 3 Fiendish Chain on top of that, just for protection and effect negation. It's a continuous trap for Planner. 1 tech is 1 Unending Nightmare instead of the 3rd Cyclone, just because it's a continuous for Planner, and if you do play against a deck where they play a lot of face-up spell or traps, this you can keep reusing over and over again, so you get a lot of standing value out of it. And then I play 1 Jar of Avarice, just because you're sending all the monsters that you need from your deck to grave to get their effects. So with Avarice, you can just shuffle them back into the deck, draw a card, and then keep reusing them. Or if your opponent, you like run through all your Ravines, or unluckily draw 2 Ravines off of Demise and you have 1 out, this is a way to get them back in the deck so you can keep reusing them. Which is cool, but I think 1's fine because you need 5 cards in your grave to use it. So if you have more than that, you're going to start running into getting it when you can't use it. And then the 1 Metaverse just to get to Ravine. Either add it to hand or activate it. But yeah, guys, that's it for the traps, and that's it for the deck. It's 40 cards. Again, like I said, no extra deck because you're playing Duality and Demise. So really, it's just going to conflict. You really don't want to use it. And the only things you go into is like level 8 XYZs, which could be cool. However you want to play the deck. But I'm enjoying it without 1. It's nice not to have so many cards in your deck box anyways, so. Alright, I hope you guys enjoy the deck profile. Like, comment, subscribe. Again, sorry about the videos, but I'm going to have just a few coming up for you, because I got all these done, so I'll see ya.